Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. First of all, thank you all so much for the overwhelming love and congratulations that you sent towards me, towards my partner, and towards our baby. It has been so beautiful to share this news with you. So I am 20 weeks pregnant now, and I really want to share with you my personal journey in manifesting fertility, manifesting pregnancy, manifesting motherhood, manifesting this motherhood, this parenthood. So in today's video and tomorrow's video, I'm going to talk about that. Today, I'm really going to focus on fertility and specific things I did to ensure my own fertility, to manifest. We could call it manifesting my own fertility. And, my due date, or our due date, our baby's due date, is on my 43rd birthday. I had zero issues getting pregnant. I actually got pregnant before we officially started trying, so I will tell you the story there. But there are aspects on my journey or points on the timeline that I really consciously chose to know that I was fertile, that I was going to be fertile, that I would have no problem getting pregnant. And so I want to talk about the things that I did. It's going to include talking about placebos, I guess it's called, but to me what that is using things in the 3D reality to strengthen your belief. And also just looking at how I pivoted out of fear around not being able to have a baby into knowing that I would be able to have a baby. So I'm going to talk about that today. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about really what I think probably the most important technique you can do to manifest pregnancy and becoming a mother or becoming a parent. There's just something that I did that I feel was the thing. So I'm going to talk about that in tomorrow's video. So let's jump into this. How did I manifest my own fertility? Well, first I want to talk about a time in my life. I think I was maybe 39 years old. I was just out of a long-term relationship. It was a hard breakup. And upon leaving that relationship, I really had the fear that I was also giving up my chance to have a child. So I was 39 years old. And I was scared. I was scared like, if I leave this relationship, am I losing my chance to have a baby? And that was present for me. It probably kept me in the relationship longer than maybe I would have wanted to stay in the relationship, because part of me felt like it was maybe even my last chance to have a baby, which that's an awful way to feel, but I'm sure a lot of women can relate and you can know what that feels like, especially when we get into our late 30s, early 40s. And I remember soon after the breakup, I was at a coffee shop and there was this baby at the coffee shop with, I think it was a little girl, and she was with her mother. And I remember seeing the baby and it made me feel so sad, because I was like, oh my gosh, did I just walk away from my chance of being a mother? And of course, I wasn't really putting to use my manifesting skills yet. I was in the heartbreak and I was just recovering and all of that. But I do remember that specific day when I saw that baby at the coffee shop, I said to myself, you're going to have to start thinking about this differently. You're going to have to start believing that if you want to be a mother, you're going to be a mother. You're going to have to start getting behind that knowing of yourself. If that's what you want and that's what you want to create in your life, you're going to have it. And so this was a big piece of my journey, just remembering that, of course, I already knew manifesting at that time. I was already teaching manifesting, but it really was like an oomph, like this thing, this energy came through me and was like, you have to really get behind yourself and get behind this desire and know that it can be yours. And that's actually the way I manifest most things. It's through the knowing that it will be mine. I create a knowing that it will be mine. I create that knowing by living in the end, by imagining having that thing, by saying affirmations that tell me I have that thing, but really feeling in my imagination that I will have that. And so I got behind the desire at that point. So that's one little piece I just want to share with you. If you are simmering in doubt or fear that it might not happen for you, you have to choose who you want to be, and you have to stand behind that self-concept, that knowing of yourself. If you want to be a parent, if you want to be a mother, if you want this in your life, you have to choose it. And when I say choose it, I mean you have to tell yourself, I'm going to have this. This is who I am. This is who I'm meant to be. This is what's meant to happen for me. Okay, so I definitely did that. There are other things that I did in my life that helped me feel and helped me believe and helped me know that I was perfectly healthy, perfectly fertile, and I knew at 42, I like around the time that we decided that we were going to start trying, I knew that I would get pregnant, and I knew I would get pregnant really easily. Now, there's a few things I did in the 3D reality, we might say, to ensure or to help me believe that, what we can say. So here's a couple things I did, and I'm just going to tell you some personal parts in my journey. I'm also going to tell you, some things I did. And, it's not medical advice. I really want you to explore what's true for you. But I really got attuned to my body. I mean, I've been very attuned to my body for a really long time now. I'd say in my mid-30s, I decided to go off. I'm just going to give you a lot of details. I decided to go off synthetic birth control because it just did not resonate for me to be on synthetic birth control anymore. I just felt like this isn't right for me. I don't want to be putting this in my body anymore. I went off synthetic birth control, and what happened was my hormones went through a crash. So this is a common thing for a lot of women, in particular Americans are on birth control. It seems more than people in other countries. It can really have an impact on your body and on your system, if you believe that. If you believe it doesn't, it doesn't. But for me, that's what happened. And so I learned to become really attuned to my hormonal cycle. I started tracking my cycle as my new way of birth control, since I wasn't on birth control. And I also started tuning into and researching, what does my body need to rebalance hormonally, okay? And why I'm telling you all this is because I became very attuned to my menstrual cycle. And as a woman, I actually do feel like this is part of why I remained fertile or knew I was fertile. It was like I just had a very close relationship with my body, and in that, I could tell when I was ovulating. I could tell that I was ovulating. I knew when I was going to ovulate. I knew when I could get pregnant, the window. I just was very closely connected to my body and my cycle. And on top of that, I used particular supplements that helped me feel like they were aiding in keeping my hormones really balanced. So the two supplements I used, and again, this is not medical advice, I'm just telling you, you have to do your own research, and you don't want to mess with your hormones, without doing the research. But I intuitively felt like these two supplements would help me. And that's where the placebo idea comes in. I just knew that these supplements would help me and help my cycle and keep me fertile. So the two supplements I used was something called Estroblock, which is something that helps with estrogen dominance, which can happen to older women. And also I used progesterone cream. And both those supplements really helped keep me balanced, helped keep my cycle balanced. And I knew every single month that I was ovulating. I could tell, I could feel it, I could experience it. I was very closely connected with my body. And so in that whole experience of being connected to my body helped me believe in my body, helped me believe in my fertility, helped me believe in my ability to have a child. And there's just so much out there. I couldn't believe it once I did get pregnant. And actually, I'll just tell you this piece too. we got pregnant before we even officially started trying. We decided to, literally, like, right when we decided to try, it happened. Right when we decided to, like, start opening the door, it happened immediately. And I didn't even know I was pregnant, and I found out on Christmas morning that I was pregnant, and we were both completely shocked and so overjoyed because we were ready, and it turned out the due date was on my birthday, so it was super special. But there's so much information out there about how, it makes me cringe a little bit about, like, how getting pregnant in your 40s is really hard and this and that. There is just, like, so much information out there. And to me, it just wasn't my story. That wasn't my truth. Other things, I'll just list a few other things. Like, I'm a really healthy person. I'm a really young and vibrant person. Even my doctor, he thought I was, I'm in the category of advanced maternal age. I think anyone over 35 is in that category. He didn't think I was in that category. He was shocked to find out my age. So that's another piece. Like, I hold youthful energy. I know that I'm youthful. I feel youthful. I feel fertile and vibrant and alive. So all of this really contributed to me knowing that I would be fertile, that I would be able to have a baby, that I would be able to get pregnant. And this was just my journey. So there's a lot of pieces in here. It's just more like me telling the story, but I hope there's pieces in there that help you. Really, the bottom line is create a relationship. This would be my advice. Create a relationship with your body where you really trust in it and believe that it has the ability to get pregnant if that's what you want. And really believe in yourself that you can get pregnant if that is what you want. Create that relationship with yourself. Create that belief with yourself. And do the things necessary in the 3D reality to help you believe that, whether that's eating healthy or taking care of yourself or exercising or taking the right supplements. Do the things that help you feel like you are young, you are fertile, you are able to get pregnant. Okay? All right, thank you all for listening to this. I will talk tomorrow about a really important self-concept exercise to manifest motherhood or pregnancy. So I'll talk about that, and I'll see you then. Bye.